This is weird.
This is Weird Night.
You're watching BBC2.
Weird Night continues at 10:10. WSH, the urban myth. But first, the last American freak show, presented by Roger Corman, king of the B-movie, emperor of weird.
We seem to be fascinated by all things abnormal, weird. In one way, they repulse us, but in another, they fascinate us. When I was making horror films, the actors could come to the studio in the morning, put on their makeup, be frightening creatures all day long, and then at the end of the day, take off their makeup and resume their normal lives. There are some people, however, freaks, as they've been called, who are unable to do this. They must live with their deformities all their lives. The last American Freak Show, the documentary you're about to see, tells us something about the inner lives of the people who work in this last bastion of a dying form of entertainment. And in telling us something about their lives, I believe it tells us something about ours.
Bill was a fat man because I weigh 712 pounds. Well, I suppose some people would call me a freak. I'm well outside the normal range of human size. Those people range from, say, adults go from about 100 pounds to 300 pounds. I weigh about 700 pounds. Oh, you can eat on the job, you know. There's no heavy lifting. You can read, you can do pretty much what you want, as long as you stay in place. As to what I dislike about this job, drunken teenage boys. I can be rude right back to them. I've already got your money. I don't have to care what you think. Working here is rather lonely these days. I'm the only living human being in here. Only other living creatures in here is Zabriskie the snake and Rocky the snake. So it amounts to Rocky, Bruce, and Zabriskie. Everything else in here is either stuffed, pickled, or freeze-dried. I'm really looking forward to going down to Perry, Georgia, where all the other people are going to be. Loretta, Priscilla the tattooed lady, and I think Dickie Brisbane, the penguin boy. A lot of the other people I've known are now either dead or in extreme old age. Even I, you know, was a 48-year-old fat man, extremely old, member of my profession. Most fat men die in their 30s and early 40s.
I think it's very interesting. I'm a bit of an oddity myself, and I like to see other things that make me relate to myself. I love this. I wish there were more live exhibits. I always enjoy saying hi to the fat man, and I've done that for the last 5 years. Okay?
This is about all most attorneys have in the way of a shower, and it's an improvement over what they used to have about 20 years ago when they didn't have running water in these fairgrounds. Oh, it sounds worse than I do. Ah, Jesus. Usually I prefer to wait until the sun's impart a little solar energy to the hose. One of the problems with not having a shower frequently is you can get a urinary tract infection. You can get fungal infections. Generally, you simply smell like the devil. Also, it simply isn't very pleasant. And there are other skin diseases such as boils and what have you.